first one is this that I purchased from Seria in Japan. I initially thought these were washi tapes. 7 of them for $1 was kind of an amazing deal. But what I realized after I came back and opened them up is that these are just papers. There's no sticky part to it, and the paper doesn't do very well if you try to tape it together. I used this in my recent Plan With Me rewind of my Japan trip. Number 2 unfavorite was also purchased on that same trip. These are brush pens from Seria as well. And the reason I don't like these very much are because the tips are not very flexible and you can't get a nice fine line as you are doing the upstroke. And the downstroke, you can't get a very thick or consistent line either. I also demonstrated the use of these in another video. I'll link that down below. Third unfavorite are these types of highlighters. They're kind of like crayon highlighters. I'm trying to use them up now, but I don't like these very much because they break apart so quickly over time as you use them. You can see the cracking here on the front, and this part, it literally just pulls out. So that means that it's not a very durable type of item. And usually as you start highlighting with them and you apply pressure to the side, the mechanism isn't stable enough, so it starts to retract while you highlight, which is kind of defeating the whole point of highlighting. But one other thing about this is that if I push this all the way to the very, very end, there's a lot of product that would be wasted based on the design. So don't suggest buying these types of crayon type highlighters. The next unfavorite are these types of sticky notes from Daiso. I don't enjoy these because there's a lot of much better options to use, even though these are really cute. The sticky part isn't very sticky. It's kind of like the Target dollar spot notes. So you have to use additional sticky film in order to get this to fit nicely onto the surface. My last unfavorite right now is the HI-TEC-c Colecto. Not for the actual function of the pen. I really enjoy how this writes and the color selection you can choose from it. But the problem is, for me, this plastic grip, it gets sticky over time. I end up having to recycle or throw out this entire the pen barrel, every few months, which I don't know if this happens to you guys. Leave a comment down below if you know how to make any of these products here, these 5 products, in a better way. Some of my favorite products to use right now are these Frixion pens. I talked about how much I like these in my Frixion stamp and pen collection. These are the 0.38 version, Frixion Ball Slim. I like these for writing in my agenda. I also really like the sticky tracing film, purchased at Daiso. They only come in one size so far that I know of, but they're large pieces of transparent or translucent film that you can stick on top of other papers so that you can reuse the paper underneath. They don't come in different sizes, so it's actually quite a large piece of sticky note. So what I do instead is I will cut them apart and use them in tiny little portions. Along similar lines, I really like using these sticky flags. They're colorful index fluorescent flags. I cut these purple ones myself from Post-it note flags, but I didn't do the best job of making them all consistently sized. But I like these for forward planning and putting them into calendars and agendas as well. They're also really good for marking your pages. They're not as sticky as I'd like them to be. So over time they will lose their stickiness and you have to just change a new flag. But I like the color coding factor that you could use with these. And there's so many that come in a package. This permanent marking pen, I've used this I think for 3 or 4 years and it hasn't run out of ink yet. I like the fine tip of it, and this is really great for writing on these translucent film surfaces. So that's another favorite. Most recently, I discovered these also from Daiso. They're removable labels. Sometimes I'll cut them if they're too large, or I just got these ones from Japan. And here are the dimensions, 12 millimeters by 24 millimeters, and these are 8 by 20. I'll take a highlighter out and color them for more color coding in my agendas. These are my top 5 favorites and top 5 unfavorite items, stationery items at this time. If you have any comments, please leave them down below. Subscribe to this channel for more stationery related videos. Let me know in the comments what your favorite stationery items are. And then also, do you have any ones that you just can't deal with? You don't want to, you were just really, really disappointed in? Let me know down below, and visit me on Instagram as well. Tag me in your pictures. My Instagram handle is choose to do. Thanks for watching. See you guys in my next video. Bye.